Justin Sane, 19. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Chris Head. I'm 19 and I play guitar.
Pathetic, I play drums, 19. My parents were both really socially active. It focuses around helping people in need, fighting for people who can't fight for themselves. My parents, as a result, got involved in the civil rights struggle. They got involved in the environmental struggle. They got involved, in anti-war issues, and that probably had the biggest impact on me growing up. More than anything, I guess as a teenager, I was impacted by the first Gulf War, where a bunch of poor kids, a couple years older than me, who were in the military, being flown over to Iraq to fight and kill and possibly die. The main focus for me when I wanted to start a band was to start an anti-war band and point out the fact that poor people fight in armies so that rich people can stay in power, and so that rich people can grow even richer. My heart and say a fucking prayer. Ecstasy, tears, bravery, fears. This boat may float, they don't steer.
Ich sehe, Anti-Flag kommen gleich auf die Bühne. Vielleicht können wir sie mit so ein bisschen politischem Applaus begrüßen. Zum Beispiel mit Kein Mensch ist illegal, bleibe Recht überall.
Kein Mensch ist illegal, bleibe Recht überall. Kein Mensch ist illegal, bleibe Recht überall. Kein Mensch ist illegal, bleibe Recht überall. Have a great show. Thank you. Bleibe Recht überall.
Thank you.
I carry a lot of optimism because we play these shows all the time and we meet amazing people all the time who give a fuck about more than just themselves. And so we're constantly being lifted up higher and higher by hope and by humanity and a belief that something better can come out of this world. really fortunate position with what we do with our art and our music and the politics that we discuss via the band, that more times than not, we get reaffirmed that we're on the right path and that we're on the right side of history. So it's definitely a outside of the walls of the show and places like this, it's going to be a scary time, but you know, that's why we shouldn't take these moments for granted.
You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I think that there's going to be a portion of it that gets it, but then I also think that we have a responsibility to tell that guy who's buying nachos over in the corner that we're a band that stands against racism and sexism and homophobia, and we're going to be really loud, and we're going to do our best to try to show people that Anti-Flag as a band has a different thumbprint from a lot of the music that they'll see at a festival like this.
We live in a fabled world, corporate killing field, where fascist profits are alive. Are you ready? Sounds good, thank you. Sounds good, thank you. It's all about Southside. Let me fucking hear you scream. Yeah! We live in a fabled world, outside day and night, morning in places. Killer! Liar! Thief! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4! Sucker! Killer! Liar! Thief!
The energy you're giving off is bouncing back, then you win. When the energy you give off is just going in and falling away, you lose. So today we're getting the energy back, so that was good. Yeah, especially in 2016 where everybody's afraid of immigrants and everybody's afraid of brown people, that the fact that there's people speaking out against that is fucking us. Because yeah, there's a lot of right-wing bullshit that's coming, and it's gonna come hard, so we have to be prepared to fight it.
What do you think? Worked out? Even though I didn't get my hair cut?
So talking about the differences between the beginning of the band in the 90s and where we are now and just music in general, I think that technology has really leveled the playing field. So when we released a record in 96, and the way you got it out was you went on tour and you shared it with people, and that's the only way they would have access to your record. I mean, record stores weren't carrying punk rock like us. There was no internet to share songs immediately over your email and things like that. So I think that's a huge difference today, is that just people have access to it everywhere.
Well, yeah, and it's people make less money off of music right now, for sure, but people have much more access to music now than they ever had. So if a band's goal is for people to hear your music, 2015 is much better than 1996 for sure.
The introduction of economics into art is always very dangerous, and it's one that we try to navigate as efficiently as possible, but there's pitfalls and there's evils to it every step of the way. So the things that we try to concern ourselves with are the economy that we build around the band, and we try to make sure that it is the most humane one possible, and that the people that work for us get paid and treated well, and the way our records and t-shirts and things like that are manufactured is to the best of our capabilities and what's within our reach and our a frustrating thing to see art get monetized and a dollar sign put on it, or even to see it devalued the way that it's become, because people work very hard on these things, and we feel people should be compensated for their work, even if it is art, you know. So however that's done, you know, if you like a band, if you like a record, go and see a show. That means more. That personal interaction often means more than anything.
Happened to me with my career with Anti-Flag is that we'll have people come to our shows and someone will come up to me and say, I saw you 10 years ago. Because of your band, I decided to become a social worker. To me, they're just living proof that music absolutely can have an impact in making a change.
It is an absolute honor and a privilege to share a room with people that have it in their heads and in their hearts. I know damn well that we're all here celebrating the fact that we found one another. In a time where outside of these walls, there is seemingly endless hatred. Whether it's a refugee crisis, a crisis of empathy, a crisis of cynicism, but in here, we know it's a group of folks on the right side of history. Those of you who stand and fight racism, fight sexism, fighting homophobia and bigotry on a daily basis. They'll say things like, moments like this are preaching to the choir. Well, my friends, what a damn beautiful choir we have here in fucking Munich. This is a song about celebrating one another. The four motherfuckers on this stage from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania are now proud to call Munich a place we consider home.